Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Alright, so these are the New Year predictions for Virgo, Ascendant, Moon, and Sun signs. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box in the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, Virgo. So, we're going to start off this reading by talking about the 4 slower moving planets: Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu. And after that, we're going to talk about the tarot. The first card is going to be for January, February, March. Second card will be April, May, June. Third will be July, August, September. Fourth card will be October, November, December. And then the final card will be overall theme of the year and potential outcome. And then we'll pull 2 different messages. They could be tied together, but 2 messages with the Kipper Oracle spread clarified by the Teacup Oracle. Okay. But let's start with Jupiter. So, Jupiter is going to be in Taurus from now until middle of May. So, Jupiter rules your, for Virgo, rules your 4th and 7th house. And is in Taurus, your 9th house. Okay. So, with this, we see Virgo people may have moved, may have been traveling a lot, or, may have, gone to a far off place at some point. Your mother may have gone to a far off place. Mother may have dealt with some health issues. Because the 4th Lord has gone 6 houses away from itself. Here we see you could have gotten into a relationship while traveling or while receiving some kind of education as well. Some of you could have even gotten married. 9th house is tied to religious ceremonies, legal ceremonies. So that could have also taken place. Now, also, Jupiter protects and expands. So, 9th house is tied to education. So, it's been helping your education. It's been helping while you've traveled. It's been helping your father's health. But also, your mentors, your teachers, your father may have gained weight, whether that be fat or muscle. So, these are all things that we've seen while Jupiter's been in Taurus. But now Jupiter's going to move into Gemini, your 10th house. So, 4th Lord in the 10th house. You're going to find comfort and happiness through your career. That's a clear thing that we can see with this, through performing your karma. For some of you, you may start working with your mother or a mother figure. That could also take place with this. Now, we also see, if you're in business, you could be gaining a lot of status through your business. There are like gnats in here or something. I'm like, what the hell? So that's interesting. So, bugs. I don't know where these are coming from. Bugs are a omen of a nakshatra called Bharani. So, Bharani is tied to endings. Tied to possibly even death. It's also tied to legal matters. So, some of you may have karma to deal with a legal matter. Some of you may have dealt with like the end of a job, end of career, or could deal with that coming up here with Jupiter in the 9th house and then moving into the 10th house. Because 9th house is tied to the law. It's tied to legal matters. But with, bugs showing up out of nowhere. Bug, I don't know how many there were. So, we see, okay, there could be an ending or something tied with Bharani taking place. Now, in the 9th house, that could be a legal matter or something to do with your father. Even education coming to an end. But now, Jupiter is going to move into that 10th house. So we also see that you could begin a relationship with someone at the workplace, with the 7th Lord transiting into the 10th house. Here, marital karma is becoming very significant, because now 7th house of relationship and marriage is in the 10th house of karma, karmic actions. Also, 10th house is your spouse's mother. So it could be something specific with your spouse's mother. That takes place as well. Okay. But now, let's talk about Saturn. So, Saturn, up until the end of March, is going to remain in Aquarius. Aquarius is your 6th house. And Saturn's your 5th and 6th lord. So, you've been having to work very hard with Saturn in the 6th house. Now, there could have been a lot of conflict that you've been dealing with. You could have been having a long struggle with debt, health issues. You could have had a lot of enemies that you've been combating. Things could have been difficult for a maternal aunt or uncle, for your pets. So we see all these things could take place. Your children could have been dealing with significant health issues. You could have taken on debt on behalf of your children or on behalf of your education. Children could be competing a lot, being involved in sports, either you or your children, because 6th house, 5th and 6th house are tied to sports as well. Now, let's see. But yeah, so that's what you've been dealing with. These kinds of things. And you'll continue to deal with them up until the end of March. Now, after that, Saturn's going to move into your 7th house. So, a few things are going to happen with that. One, a lot more romance in relationships could take place. Here, you could, have speculative gain through business in particular, if you are in business. If you're not in business, you may want to have speculative gains through business, but you're not able to. That's going to depend on each individual's chart. Not everyone has placements that allow them to do business. Now, we also see the 6th Lord moving into the 7th house. Things will get difficult for your relationship, for your business. Now, you may have to take on debt on behalf of your business or your relationship. Here, there can be health issues that your spouse deals with or your partner if you're not married. There can be conflict, possibly even legal disputes, either in business, like with your business partner, with your clients, or even with your spouse. So for some Virgo people, this could show divorce even. Be careful. Saturn is showing now you have to focus on the responsibility of the 7th house. 7th house of relationships and business. Okay. Now let's talk about Rahu and Ketu. So, Rahu and Ketu will be in Pisces and Virgo, respectively, until mid-May. Now, Ketu being in Virgo. Let's talk about that first. So, Ketu and Virgo, you've been feeling a disconnect just in general, you've been feeling disinterested in life. Just maybe not many things are exciting you. Physically and emotionally, even personality-wise, you may have gone through kind of a transformation, because Ketu co-rules Scorpio. So, Ketu brings about transformation. But Ketu has been headless, so you have been feeling a disconnect of some kind. Here, you could have even been becoming more spiritual with Ketu in the first house. That's another thing that we can see with this. But let's talk about Rahu. Rahu in the 7th house. You've been having a strong desire or obsession for business, for relationships, for fame. 7th house is 10th from the 10th. Higher form of status and fame. So you've been having a strong desire for those things. Strong desire to interact with a lot of people. Or other people have had a strong desire to interact with you. But you need to be careful with that, because Rahu can be deceptive. You can be deceived by by a lot of people that you deal with. You can be deceived in business or by a business partner. You can be deceived when it comes to a relationship. You could get into a relationship with someone who has addiction issues, or if you're already in a relationship, that person could, start having addiction issues, because Rahu can be tied to addictions. But now, Rahu and Ketu are going to move. But there's a brief window before that we need to talk about. And that's going to be beginning of April to mid-May. Rahu and Saturn are going to be in the 7th house. This is going to be a very difficult time in business, in relationships, in your interactions with other people. For Virgo people. So, be careful from the beginning of April to the middle of May. Okay. But then Rahu's going to move out of Pisces and into Aquarius, and Ketu's going to move into Leo. So things will get easier on that front a little bit. Saturn will still, be there, making things difficult, but it will be easier, because now you won't have two malefics there. So let's talk about Ketu first. So Ketu will be in the 12th house. So you're going to be disinterested in going to foreign far off places. You may not want to travel so much. You're going to try to avoid addictive substances if you were having an issue with that before. But on the flip side, you could become more headless when it comes to those things. Ketu is a very difficult planet to predict that way. It can go either way depending on the individual's chart. Transits are the last thing a good astrologer looks at, after all. Now, what we also see, though, is Ketu is spiritual. Now it's in the 12th house of spirituality. So, don't think Ketu's going to disconnect you from spirituality. No, Ketu will have you deep dive into that. So, if you have any spiritual leanings, just know that's going to intensify with Ketu moving from the 1st house into the 12th house. Okay. Now, let's talk about Rahu. So, one last thing about Ketu. So, 12th house is also investments. You may notice that you break away from some things that you've been invested in. So, it could be you sell off some stocks that aren't really working for you. Whatever things you're invested in, you may no longer want to be invested in those things. Now, not saying you should or shouldn't break away from those things, sell them off, whatever, but you're going to want to. Also, there could be a disconnect with your paternal grandmother, because 12th house is 4th from the 9th house. It's the mother of your father. So, there could be a disconnect with her as well. Whether physical, mental, or emotional. Now, Rahu in the 6th house. So, this is going to do a few things. One, you're going to have a strong desire, obsession for competition, for work. You're going to become obsessed about work with Rahu in the 6th house. You're going to want to be, very health conscious. Strong desire to work on your physical health. But Rahu gives you a desire for debt. You need to be careful with that. Remember, you can make headless decisions that cause losses with Ketu in the 12th house. Now, that could be, Ketu, remember, is the body of Rahu. So with Rahu in the 6th house, you can have a tendency to take on too much debt. You can even be deceived into taking on debt. Here, maternal aunts and uncles could deceive you. And 6th house is also enemies. So here, this is where Rahu can be good. You want to defeat your enemies. You want to combat them. Now Rahu's showing you want to fight. You want to defeat your enemies. You want to achieve something. Alright, so Bosco is going off in the other room. That's my cat, for those who don't know. So, that is a symbol of Punarvasu and Ashlesha. Because cats are the animal symbol of those constellations or nakshatras. Now, in this case, I would say this is more about cats. Because Rahu represents cats. And in the 6th house of pets, for those of you who, have any inclination towards having pets, Rahu in the 6th house, you can get a cat. Now, there's a chance it could be like some kind of reptile or amphibian with Ashlesha symbolism. But for most of you, this would probably be a cat. Okay. Now, one other negative with Rahu in the 6th house, though. Be careful. There can be very unusual health issues that you deal with. There can be like infections that you deal with. Rahu represents infections. There can be some substance that's like hazardous or like poisonous even. Like you need to be careful about the things that you eat. Make sure that you don't eat stuff that's bad for you, drink stuff that's bad for you. But like I said, there can be very unusual health issues when Rahu transits the 6th house. Okay. But now, let's talk about your tarot cards. So, each card, the first 4 cards are going to represent 3 months of the year. The final card is going to be your overall energy / potential outcome. So, let's see. Okay. Okay. So, Virgo. January, February, March, we have the 6 of Cups. A strong soul connection. This could be someone that you've known for a very long time. This could be romantic. This could be a friendship. This could be a family member. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. There could be some communication with this person, some curiosity towards something here. But we'll see what that's about. Now, you kind of have an overall theme as we carry forward, but this is different. 3 months per card, so we'll see. Now, Page of Cups for April, May, June. So, Page of Cups, some kind of emotional communication. Could be an apology, even. This could be a child. Maybe. Now, July, August, September, we have the 4 Cups. So, there's something you're rejecting here. or someone's rejecting. There could be some disappointment here. Okay. Now, October, November, December, we have the Eight of Cups. Some kind of disconnect. Some emotional disconnect here. And then, overall energy / potential outcome, we have the Six of Pentacles. So, equal give and take, balance being seen here. Alright, let's see. Why the Six of Cups? Okay. Magician, Knight of Swords, strength. So, manifesting the strength to communicate. Now, I don't know if you want them to communicate with you or if you're manning up, womaning up to communicate with them. But I do see communication being key here. Yeah, Two of Cups, definitely tied to a relationship. I would say, for most of you, this is a romantic relationship with the Two of Cups. Okay, so January, February, March, that's being highlighted. Now, that does make sense. Rahu will be in your 7th house of relationships. Okay. Now, let's see why the Page of Cups. Alright, Ace of Cups, High Priestess, Six of Swords. So, a lot of emotion here. You're being intuitively guided to move towards calmer waters. Now, this could be, new love or new feelings here. Like I said, there is someone that you've known for a while here, though, romantically. But we have Death at the bottom of the deck. This could be an ending with this person. Now, remember what I said? Especially in April to mid-May, Saturn and Rahu are going to be in that 7th house of relationships. So be prepared. Things may not work out with that person. Especially if you know you're already having conflict with that person. Already having some difficulty. You may be moving on, despite your feelings. Or it could be you're trying to, reconcile with this person. Try to renew that relationship that may have come to an end. Alright, why the Four Cups? For July, August, and September. Okay. We have the Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups, Nine of Wands. Alright. So, you're showing me emotional communication and happily ever after. But you're showing me there's a lot of disappointment, possibly even rejection there. Nine of Wands. Somebody may not be interested in that with you. Now, it could just be you're trying to ward off disappointment because things didn't work out before. This could be them rejecting an offer from you. Could be you rejecting an offer from them. That's a possibility. But yeah, somebody has a wall up here. Somebody's not interested. Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Another wall. Okay. Let's see. Why this Eight of Cups for October, November, December? Okay. We have the Hermit, Two of Cups, and the Empress. So, I see you emotionally disconnecting from someone you truly value here. I see you introspecting, about the relationship and healing. But yeah, there's definitely an emotional disconnect here. And I do see you're slowly working through that, but it's not easy. Now, I'm hearing sirens. So that in particular is something you should definitely pay attention to. Okay, why the Six of Pentacles? Okay. Seven of Swords, the World, Five of Swords. Okay. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, there was betrayal here. There was deception. Mind games, conflict, emotional manipulation, possibly. I see this cycle coming to an end. All that's being closed out. And I do see you finding more balance, both in the material world and emotionally with the Nine of Cups here. Now, I am not saying you're going to be, mending fences with this person. I actually think you are disconnecting from them. Could be them disconnecting from you, but either way, I see you closing out this cycle and having more balance for yourself going forward. Now, that's a difficult thing to hear, especially if you're still in love with this person. But I do see it being a very strong possibility. So just keep it in mind. Okay? But let's look at your oracle cards and see what's going on there. Okay, we have bad health, high honor, and community. So, high honor is the card of victory in the Kipper Oracle deck. I see you having a victory over someone in your community who's bad for your health. It could also be someone in your community. This could be family, this could be a friend, this could even be a romantic partner. Overcoming health issues. That could also be the case. Like, don't think because you're a Virgo person and you're in a relationship that's going fine that your relationship is ending. Like, that's not going to be the case for every single Virgo. It depends on your individual birth chart. A good astrologer looks at transits last. Okay. But could be, someone in your community overcoming health issues. Or you, like I said, having a victory over someone in your community who's bad for your health. Now we also have gift, privileged lady, and imprisonment. So, either you are this privileged lady, or this is someone that you've been dealing with. Either way, I see overcoming feeling trapped, either in your own life or to this person. Alright, let's clarify. Let's see, why bad health? Staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. And pig, beware of greed. Okay. So, clearly there is someone that is bad for you. I do see you're going to be taken care of, but you need to be aware of someone's greed. So, in particular, this is tied to your financial health. Now, remember what I said. You could be deceived with Rahu in that 7th house. And then Ketu moving in the 12th house, you can be headless, and that could cause losses. So you're being warned. Like Rahu in the 6th house. One thing that you can see with that is enemies will try to deceive you. So try to be careful here. Alright, why high honor? Let's see that victory. Alright, scissors, disappointment in some affair. An ant, work, achievement, and success. So, you are going to have a victory over disappointment in your work. Now, that makes a lot of sense because Jupiter is going to be moving into your 10th house. Jupiter is going to protect and expand your career, your status. So especially, from mid-May onwards, things improving in your career. All right, let's see community. Table, hard work ahead. And Dolphin, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Okay. So, you're going to have to work very hard. But I do see you're going to have that financial success. Now, I don't know what that has to do with your community. There could be, family members that, are struggling. Maybe you're trying to help them. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why that's tied to your community. Okay. Well, let's see. Why gift? Bird flying. News is on the way. And fire. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Okay. Considering this is a gift, I'm going to say passionate love rather than hate. Alright. Why privileged lady? Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. And eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Okay, so you're going to overcome your dissatisfaction with the way things have been going in your life. There is going to be news that results in, passionate love with someone. But why imprisonment? Shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. And caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Okay. So your financial struggles are going to change. Now, like I said, I don't see things going well in a relationship. I do see, a lot of difficulty in that regard. With the tarot, it's pretty clear there's some kind of disconnect with a partner. That is likely for a lot of, Virgos out there. But there is something here about new love as well. So, there could be a new relationship that starts. That could be the case for some of you. Don't think just because the tarot shows the end of a relationship that a new relationship can't begin. Alright. But that's what I have for you, Virgo. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. Alright, thanks for watching. Oh, sorry. And, damn it. If you'd like to help support the channel, you can find the link to donate in the description box below. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.